Hey guys, what's up? It's Monkey. I'm back for another video. Now in today's video, we're going to be continuing What If Dabura Turned Good, Part 8. Yeah, we're going to be continuing our story with the Demon King, which actually will be ending in about 4 parts. So yeah, we are getting closer and closer to the end of this What If. Among other What Ifs that are also kind of getting sort of close to ending. So yeah, but before we get started, please make sure you do go down below and leave a like on this video, as it would really be appreciated. And also do make sure you subscribe with, of course, post notifications on, so you never miss a single upload of mine. So, Goku would remember his agreement to fight with Hit, and I think Goku would still hire Hit to come and kill him, and he would nearly die, but would then save himself using the Ki Blast thingy where he shoots up in the air. From here, Goku would fight Hit, but with the Kaioken, and Hit actually would be stronger than in the original. He of course took that beating from Broly and wanted to get stronger, so I would assume he probably would train to get stronger. That being said, however, even with his assassination techniques, Hit would not be able to take out a blue Kaioken Goku, who is much stronger on roughly, probably even higher than Tournament of Power level. Yeah, he's much higher than in canon, and Goku probably would even weaken himself just to enjoy the fight more, and rely on skill and technique than just using raw strength and easily overpowering Hit. But alas, even with this handicap that Goku was using, it would still end with Goku coming out victorious, winning the fight. After that, the Grand Priest would announce the Tournament of Power, and Beerus would task Goku with finding the members of the Tournament of Power team for Universe 7. The first few would be quite easy. We would have Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks all participate, as well as Piccolo and Dabura, which already brings our list to about 7. The final 3 fighters would be Master Roshi, Tien Shinhan, and of course Broly. Goku would go and recruit Tien and Roshi as normal. I don't see why any of that would change. But yeah, our Tournament of Power team is looking quite different to the original. Sadly, Krillin does not end up participating here, as there is no real reason for him to, considering how stacked the team is, and he was already hesitant to participate in the original. This also means that there's no Android 17 nor Android 18, who have been replaced now by Goten and Trunks. Of course, we have Broly, who I guess we can say is replacing Golden Frieza, and I guess Dabura is replacing Krillin. Funny how that works, isn't it? But in any case, Goku obviously knows Broly is going to be taking part in the tournament, but Goku has missed his student, and he has been itching to fight him and see how much he's grown. Considering how much stronger Gohan got with just a bit of time training with Whis, he knows that Broly, who spent even more time, is probably on a whole other level. So Goku ends up going with Beerus and Whis back to their planet, and Gohan decides to accompany them as he wants to watch the fight between, of course, Goku and Broly. With that, they arrive on the planet and Broly greets them. He is so happy to finally see Goku, as it feels as though they haven't seen each other in ages. And Broly, of course, greets Gohan. Now, one thing I do want to emphasize is that Gohan and Broly have gotten pretty friendly over the course of the Zamasu arc. They were training together a lot, so they probably would build a bond, a pretty nice friendship, I think. They're kind of similar in personality, especially with the both of them being trained by Goku. So yeah, Goku would talk to Broly, and after catching up a bit with him, Goku would have a cheeky smile, telling Broly it was time to see how far he'd come. Goku told Broly, however, that he wasn't the only one who had gotten stronger, and so Goku would waste no time powering up to Blue Kaioken. He knew Broly had grown. Broly couldn't help but smile and feel calm and relaxed as his power began to grow. The entire planet began to shake as his hair suddenly flashed green for a split second, as a green aura began to envelop him. As he began to power up, his body began to bulk up considerably. As Broly grew in size, so did his ki. One thing that is quite interesting about this transformation is the fact that Broly does not scream when using it at all. You see, when Broly originally used this power, it was like a volcano, raging everywhere, removing the lid of something extremely hot that bursts out, causing him to lose all sense and control. But now, with his training with Whis and, doing all this calm training, it was the complete opposite. You see, Broly had gained a sort of controlled version over his power. This was a lot calmer, stronger version of the power. Instead of a raging volcano, it was like a whirlpool, an ocean, slowly swallowing everything whole as the power grew. Broly let out a final burst of power as Beerus and Whis smiled. Green electricity crackled. Broly revealed his new form. Controlled Super Saiyan, fully powered, his Berserker form. Yes, it was the power he had used against the God of Destruction of Universe 6, Champa, and of course the assassin Hit. but a more controlled version. This power was much stronger than the original exploding power he had, and although this form did have its own drawbacks due to it being such a stable form, Broly didn't really mind it. You see, the thing about this form is it loses some of the original spark that Broly had. For example, Broly does not grow in strength as he fights as much anymore due to the power being more controlled. It couldn't, fluctuate and disperse. So even if someone is far stronger than Broly, yes, he will adapt while fighting them, but he's not going to suddenly just increase in ki and keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So yeah, that is one of the drawbacks, but overall this form is much better than any of the previous forms Broly has had. So yeah, definitely an interesting form, but we'll just have to see how it fares against the likes of Son Goku. So both Broly and Goku begin fighting, Goku and of course Kaioken times 20 and Beerus, Whis and Gohan all being the spectators for this fight. Now Goku is just as shocked and impressed as everyone else is, because Broly is just so powerful. He can't believe how much stronger Broly has gotten since the last time they fought. It's a whole other level, and this fight is very one-sided, definitely towards Broly. He is tossing Goku around, who is struggling to keep up. Goku can't believe the power and agility Broly has gotten. Broly makes sure to make the fight as one-sided as possible, tossing Goku around, grabbing him by the face. So yeah, Broly has still kept some of his a grizzly, I guess you could say, more rough fighting style where he just grabs you and slams you into the wall and starts beating you up. It's now just more controlled, now like he's a wild dog, but it's on a leash, if you get what I'm saying. So Broly is running rampant. Goku cannot keep up whatever, and at the moment, Broly all has but surpassed him. So Goku, however, won't allow himself to be beaten so easily, and so he powers up, powering up even further, showing off something that he's been trying to work on, as Goku has kept up with his training, and recently he has been trying to think of everything he's been taught. He's been trying to figure out a new power. So with this, Goku begins powering up, and Goku shows off a Kaioken times 50. This is more than double the original Kaioken times 20, which is definitely a hefty boost. Broly and Goku now begin fighting, but much more equally. Although Broly still has the advantage, and there is a reason for that, you can see the Kaioken times 5 is yes achievable by Goku. It's still in its very early stages of development. Goku can barely hold this form, and it begins tearing his muscles apart. His body begins straining. Broly actually starts to get extremely worried about Goku, as Goku falls to the ground and he can see he's in clear pain from the Kaioken, of course. Goku's now back in base, and Goku is screaming at his pain. He can feel his body breaking. Beerus, however, just looks at him as Broly decides to stop. He's about to stop himself, but Beerus shouts at Broly, "Broly, listen, I don't want you to stop. I want you to finish Goku off." Broly looks down at Goku hesitant, now no longer being able to see his eyes. He doesn't know what to do. He can't see Goku's eyes, and he doesn't want to finish Goku off like this, but it seems he has no other choice. Broly goes in for one last punch, but suddenly Goku is gone. Broly turns around and he then sees Goku standing behind him with a blue aura coming off of him. He's still in base, but Broly can feel heat coming off of Goku. Goku stares at Broly as Whis grins, and so does Beerus. "Good," Beerus says in a satisfied tone. Gohan is confused, shocked. What is this power? He can't believe what he's looking at. He looks at Whis, hoping for an explanation, to which Whis instantly understands, beginning his explanation of what Goku's doing. "You see, Gohan, this is a technique among the gods. This is extremely difficult to achieve. It is an ability that allows the user to move instantaneously without thinking, while still giving off a great power. This ability is accessible to all angels, however, not the gods of destruction. Not even Lord Beerus here has mastered it." Gohan is visibly shocked as they look at Goku and Broly's battle, who begins. Whis smiles, saying, "The form is called Ultra Instinct." With that, Broly turns around, throwing another punch at Goku, who easily avoids all the punches that Broly begins to throw, with even Goku landing a punch of his own directly in Broly's stomach. The two begin to clash as their fight begins. As they fight, Goku and Broly are in a clear stalemate. You see, Goku has the advantage in defense. Broly cannot hit him, whereas Broly has the advantage in attack. So when Goku does land any damage on Broly, it doesn't nearly do as much damage as you would expect, because this is still the imperfect version of Ultra Instinct, and Goku still has yet to achieve the perfected version. In any case, Goku and Broly continue to fight, with the battle coming to a close as both fly towards each other, Goku jumping off of the tree, sort of similar to how he did in the Tournament of Power of the pillar, with Jiren. So yeah, Goku jumps off the tree on the planet, and he flies towards Broly as both of their fists connect head-on as Goku falls out of the form, with Gohan coming over shocked at the new power Goku had achieved. Beerus would tell Goku that the power was definitely impressive, however Goku still had yet to complete the form, and it was still something far off for the young Saiyan. This, however, only gave more motivation to Goku as he finally had a bigger goal to work to, perfecting this new power of Ultra Instinct. But with that, the Tournament of Power was just around the corner and everyone was growing in strength. One of the people who especially wanted to get stronger was Dabura, and so after seeing the strength and gains of Gohan and Broly, he would want to go train with Whis. So yeah, Dabura has convinced Whis, and they've gone off to train together. So Dabura begins his training with Whis. We would also get the exhibition match 2 with Goku, Gohan and Broly going. And Broly would fight Basil. So yeah, Broly would fight Basil, and although Basil might land some kicks at Broly, it would ultimately be useless, as the new power of Broly was monstrous, and Broly was far too high in strength for the likes of him. So yeah, Basil doesn't stand a chance, even with all those kicking blasts and all that good stuff. Broly is just far too strong for him. A single blast would easily win Broly the match. The next match would be Gohan versus Lavender, and oh boy, considering we have a perfected blue Gohan here, yeah, Lavender does not stand a chance, giving Gohan the W, which would win them the entire match. But realistically, even if Gohan did somehow, upon some grace, manage to lose, even if Goku did fight Bergamo, the fight would go the same, with Goku maybe doing a bit better because he is stronger than Bergamo. So yeah, Toppo would not challenge only Goku, but also Broly this time. You see, Broly had laid hands on the God of Destruction of Universe 6. This was something unheard of. A mortal punching and fighting against the God of Destruction so insolently? Yeah, Toppo wasn't about to let that slide. So yeah, we might get an interesting fight between Toppo and Broly. Maybe Broly would go in the place of Goku, because Toppo might say, Goku, you made a Tournament of Power happen. Broly's like, alright, I'll fight you then, innit? With the fight ending the same as before, of course, it couldn't get serious because the Grand Priest intervenes. Of course, Toppo still hints at Jiren, and from here, things play out the same. Everyone gets ready for the Tournament of Power as they arrive in the world of Void. Now, I do want to mention that Dabura may even look a little bit different now. I have contemplated removing the margin symbol from Dabura, just because I can, but I feel like it would make more sense for Dabura to keep it, with it acting sort of as a symbol for Dabura's past, kind of like his past struggles, and I kind of just think it looks cool. But yeah, that is where we are going to be leaving things off for right now. So in the next part, we will be covering the entire Tournament of Power, and the next 2 or 3 parts after that will be spent on Moreau, and I've decided to just wrap things up after that for this series, after Moreau. Now, before I continue on with this series, I do want to say I did originally plan to make this series a bit longer, but this What If hasn't been as motivating to write for as, say, some of my other stories. Not to say it's bad, but some of my older What Ifs, I sometimes don't have as much motivation to do huge things with them as per se my newer What Ifs, which I have massive things planned for. So yeah, don't worry though, this series is still going to be going pretty hype and going to be pretty dope. I originally actually planned to have a completely new arc, like a fan-made arc after the Morrow arc, but at the moment that's not looking as likely, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's looking quite slim in chance of happening. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please make sure you do leave a like, however, and subscribe with post notifications on, as it really does help me out. Also, make sure you share this video with someone who might enjoy it, or just recommend someone this entire What If as a whole. So yeah, with all that said, I will see you all in the next video. Laters!